In anyone talk on this, both of them. Why do we need to go for pipeline? Why we need to go? Guys, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, so we go for pipeline for the automation thing. It's like we call it as GitOps. So if we want to go with everything with the automation, we'll use the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
That is the main reason we use the pipeline, and it is like reusable. If something will goes wrong with our system, we can reuse this snippet, and we can rebuild the whatever the structure we have done.
Reusable.
Uh,
One more thing is one pipeline can be called in another pipeline section also. There is options are there that can be done. Yeah.
yeah, multiple
Yeah.
deployments are what we can do. Yeah, next controller and agent is for the like a kind of a auto scaling. It's like load controller. We don't want to give more load onto the master, so we give to the agent so that it won't crash or anything, and will means like it will handle multiple deployments also, because a lot of developers will work on the same time, so don't want to be wait for the like build queue and all. So we use agents.
Yeah. Yeah. So just keep this thought not only for Jenkins, you go for GitHub Actions, you go for GitLab CI/CD.
Mhm.
Now, if I go, for example, to GitHub, if I go, this is SaaS or which one? Whatever you are saying,
SaaS.
SaaS, right? Here I will
Yeah.
give some instructions. In the Jenkins, if you want to go with the GitHub's model, build a Docker image. I don't want to give the steps in the Jenkins. I want to go those steps in the GitHub's model in the GitHub. Don't think that. Don't use the Jenkins. You are going with the GitHub Actions only. Let's go with the GitHub Actions concept only. Keep that thought, okay? GitHub Actions. Now, second, in the Jenkins, you want to go with the GitHub's approach. What is the file? Complete CI/CD in the Jenkins
Pipeline file.
pipeline. In the pipeline file, Jenkins pipeline file, right? Jenkins file.
Yeah,
What do you write in that file?
we write the stages.
Instructions, right? Like
Yeah,
whatever the example, Kubernetes, Docker build, and all,
right.
you will write in that Jenkins file. Now, you forget about the Jenkins. You are using GitHub. You are using the GitHub.
Yeah,
So in the Jenkins, you know already. Uh, Let me keep it here. This will be very easy. Let's go example in the Jenkins to go with the like end-to-end good code as a pipeline. You will go with the Jenkins pipeline. Sorry, Jenkins file. This Jenkins file will be executed behind on top of whom? Behind. On top of one kind of OS,
OS.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
In this OS, what and all tools were there? What and all tools were there?
Jenkins. We install Jenkins on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we can like we have like AWS authentication like connection.
CLI. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously the Docker,
Mhm.
kubectl, Helm,
Helm.
Yum, Authenticator,
Mhm.
like bunch of tools. Whatever you have written in the stages, right? All those tools should be available here. All those tools on top of this OS. Now I'll run the jobs next time onwards on the agents. On the agents also, you should have these tools, right? This tool should be available, right? On the agent also.
Right.
Otherwise, the instructions right now are running on the controller. You already installed it. Next time onwards, here, right? Here. The Jenkins pipeline. Here. Here I'll keep something called some kind of syntax. Here. There is a like this. Then go with the follower bracket. Something, think label. Keep in the code. Like this, we will be giving it. This label in the sense, don't run on the master. You have some kind of specific agent. You can have master also kind of naming convention, but our objective not on the master, run on the agent. So I'm giving a label here. Now, next time onwards, is our job will search in this console. You are observing right now, we are avoiding complete somewhere UI. So I'm so sorry, CLI login. Everything
Right.
coming in the SaaS model. So this is purely controlled by you. This easy to like you in the sense you are the DevOps guy, you are the infra guy behind, you are controlling it. How many CPUs are there, how much RAM for this is it. I mean, sorry, for this URL. Behind you know how the commands are also executing. Now let me go with this same model. You know behind where these steps are running. Now if you go with this, right, what are the alternatives now in the other than the Jenkins? The currently in the market, right? I was telling some names if you remember.
Yeah, GitHub Actions, GitLab,
GitHub.
CCD,
Yeah.
Azure DevOps,
Yeah. All are same. Here you will write some kind of like this syntax. You will write like this syntax. If you go to these tools, right? Here, this is the file. Here you will have what files if you remember?
AMLs,
YAMLs, declarative approach. If you go here, for example, like this one YAML, you will have it. Like this, you will have YAML. Now, who will scan that YAML? Who is scanning automatically this file?
Jenkins.
In the code it is there. Whenever you check out the Jenkins has intelligence, it will go through that lines. Like Terraform will understand, right, the interpolation blah blah blah, like this code. Same way Jenkins also have intelligence. It will scan stages, conditions, out what, like for example pre-stage, any run, it scans according to that. It will forms an GUI. You have seen it yesterday, checkout, build, something like that. Here also, these YAMLs also based upon the tool, they will scan this YAML, they'll read the instructions. According to that, they'll do that actions. But who is doing this instructions execution behind for you here? In this, who is running those instructions behind?
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Jenkins. And then the Jenkins is giving those jobs to can be given to whom? If you go with this option,
Agents.
agents. Those agents are nothing but what are those agents? What do you mean by agent behind?
Easy to mission one.
It's easy to write. Now,
Yeah.
if you go with the GitHub Actions, for example, now go with the GitHub Actions here. I will add one action.yaml here. Okay, one action.yaml. Somewhere that GitHub folder will be there. Inside that YAML will be there. I will give same set of instructions to GitHub Actions. Behind you need some guys right here.
Yeah, again, same mission we need. Like easy to mission we need.
Who will manage those EC2 missions here?
Git.
Some GitHub people, right? You need to know
Yeah.
some behind to run your commands. You need some kind of components.
Right.
I'll keep these keywords agents another name. Have this keyword. This is very important. Agents are nothing but another keyword. You can say runners. Runners. Majority times, right? I have seen in Jenkins point of view, agents we went with EC2s only. When we went with GitHub Actions, GitLab, these runners or agents are pods. We went with these pods. Whenever I wanted to run a job, on the fly one pod will come in these tools. In these tools, on the fly one pod will come. In that pod, you should have all these tools. You should have all these tools. You should have all these tools. And you will have those steps, stages, blah, blah, blah. They will they will use all these tools. They will execute on inside this pod. Inside this pod. That this kind of concept is called one pod will come inside the pod, some instructions will execute, right, on the fly. Same way now instructions are executing inside EC2. Instead of EC2, we will replace with what concept? Pod. This kind of concept is called a DIND. Docker in Docker. One pod is coming. Inside the pod, what command is it running? If you remember, one pod will come. Why are you running this command? Why we will run this Docker command?
To build the images,
Build
to
image, push image, right?
maintain.
So pod is one Docker container, right? For example, pod is one Docker container.
Right.
In this Docker container, you are running one more Docker. That kind of concept, you will heard this keyword dint. Oh, dint in the sense, one pod will come,
Okay.
inside that one more Docker will run. That kind of concept is called dint. Keep this keyword, okay? Now, just 1 minute. Scan this file, you understand this. What is this file?
YAML.
Just scan this file. This is the image. Image in the sense like this. This
Okay.
is the guy. Like this guy. 1 second. You already know it. Like this guy. Agent.
Okay.
You are saying that you remember what I told here. What will be the agents in this tool's point of view?
Missions. EC2 missions.
EC2 mission or pods do we use?
Parts. Here parts. Yeah.
That's why I'm telling it here. Image. This guy. Image. These are the commands. Okay. Ignore it. These are the commands. Some kind of before script. Next, what is there here?
Stages.
Stages. Test, build, release, review, deploy. One test. Here is I told in the high level view, I told what are the stages are there. Next. Gave the name some command I'm running. In the yesterday, right? If you remember, these are the ones here. These are the ones I told here, instead of SH, right? We will replace with what keyword? Script. Now one more. Under test, you have group of 2 stages, like 2 jobs, you can say here, 2 jobs. One is something hello, blah, blah. Next one more, compile. Here also one, compile also will go under which guy here? Build. Acha. Compile will go under build. This name. Next here, image build. You see here? Observe the script. Some Docker in Docker login. In our case, to whom we will log in our case?
ECR.
Exactly. Next, Docker build, Docker push. You are writing in which file right now?
YAML file.
YAML file. Keep this the next. Deploy review. Just here, you see here, what is this guy is? What is this guy? You remember I was telling it? Image.
Image.
Previously, I was telling image is for what purpose they'll use? Image for.
Agent.
Now you see, right?
Here part.
Here, which image they are running? In which image they are using here? kubectl. If you go top, right? Which image they are using?
Docker.
Why did they change for to here? Why
For
did
building Docker, for deploying kubectl.
Yeah. Here, what will happen? Here you will get a one pod. On the pod, inside the pod, these steps will get executed, right? To get execute these steps, you need a inside this what tool do you need?
Docker.
Docker. Now they are doing what steps here? For example, here what steps they are running?
kubectl means like they are deploying.
kubectl, and you see here.
Yeah, SCD.
Was SCD something they're replacing in this YAML file? Like for example, the image tag, blah blah something. Next, what is the command? Apply.
kubectl apply.
Now, to run these steps, you need a one kind of tool, right? One kind of agent. Inside that agent, what is the one they're using? Image, for example. So now one more something, same image they're using it here. So keep this. Yeah.
Every stage, okay, they are running. They are running one image.
Yes, you can have it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. In your Jenkins also you can have, right? In every stage you can have separate agent, separate label agent also you can have it.
So
Yeah.
every stage they are running one image, and every stage they are pulling the code.
No, coding pulling. Here what happens, right? Based upon that, yes, the code will get copied. Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Automatically, yes. The git cloning will be done. Yes.
Okay.
True. No. You see right here, this image. Now, these are some extra variables. These are the conditions when you want to run on specific branch or specific something. Here you see right again script. Here, one more image. Here. So what my objective was, what I was wanted to give context is, when you're running Jenkins, it will be in your control. When you're running Jenkins as a SaaS or something like GitHub Actions and all, if for GitHub Actions also there are predefined images are there. Like I mean to say predefined agents are there. In that predefined agents, these tools should be available. Otherwise, when you run a job, the job instructions will go to the agent. There are chances it will fail, saying that commands not are found. With this concept, when you are using GitHub C and L, we'll go with YAML. And this concept will be used. Dint, Docker in Docker. One pod will come. Inside the pod, these steps will get executed. So with that, yesterday, we are going with this approach, right? Like I wanted to add a master and I wanted to add an agent. Let's go with this. We are using EC2 as an agent. Did we create the EC2 or automatically came? The EC2 mission, whatever we are using. Let me put it here. The image is. This is the master. You will have agents. These EC2 missions, did we create or are they coming automatically? These EC2 missions. Automatically in the sense, did someone is creating for us? 1 second. It's master or controller, whatever. Here is the agent. Keep this thought very important. Agent should have all the tools. You bring up a number of agents, you will have all, you should have all these tools. Now, if you go to yesterday, this EC2, whatever you're seeing, right? Did we created right manually?
Right.
This one. Now I went into this console here. This is completely to manage Jenkins. Here you have an option. What we used to do, we used to create some other people like in AWS IAM, right? Here also IAM will be there. We will create some developers and all. We will not give them these actions for them. We will give specific jobs only access also. You can control with that. You can add the people. Or in the organization, what will be there? Users will be in the AD level. There is a separate SSO. Like you remember, I was telling AWS console also SSO. We will add the users there. We will integrate SSO with the Jenkins. Already users will be there. We will map here which job they wanted to access something that can be done. Now, purely manage Jenkins will be with us only. This kind of control. For developers, they will not have these options. If you join a project, if you don't have this manage Jenkins and all, only specific jobs, then there is a one team specifically managing the Jenkins. Or you need to ask it, can I get the access? Then in that case. Good. Go to the manage Jenkins here. Here. If you observe, right, the industry, you may get these kind of questions in the industry, right? Like, did you work on the SaaS applications? Did you manage the SaaS? What do you mean by their interview? What is their intent of the question? Anyone thought? Did you work on the SaaS based applications? I have seen these questions getting asked. Did you manage the SaaS based applications? Guys, anyone? What does that mean?
Yes. Yeah, we have managed like GitHub, Jenkins, GitHub Actions. Jenkins.
Are you managing or GitHub people managing that?
Jenkins both. So
No. Let's go.
Yes.
with this. GitHub and GitLab.
Yeah, they'll manage.
Then what is What is your role there? You are just a SaaS user, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Are you
yeah.
running
We
the SaaS application? Or are you using here now?
we're using.
Now, if you go to the question is not that context. The question is, did you manage the SaaS-based application in the sense there is an application, some users are using in front of that, behind the infrastructure, did you manage them? That's what their intent of question. So
Understand.
this Jenkins is SaaS-based only, right? For example, in the let's say there are the companies, they'll do SaaS-based model. Your job is to behind maintain infrastructure. And right, SaaS is very critical. Many customers will be there, B2B customers, blah, blah, something. Like GitHub will be used by end users or companies.
Companies. Yes,
Flipkart, for example. Flipkart end users are
Induce.
end,
end user.
And
you should know that. So what I mean was that these Jenkins, right, very critical for you. If Jenkins goes down, all your internal people will get idle time. They'll not use, right? So you can say that I have ran the Jenkins I managed Jenkins as a SaaS model. Behind, I installed every setup. I had given this Jenkins as a SaaS to them. Many people will be using it, and I have controlled all these kind of permissions behind something. That's why you can answer it. Cool. So I went into the manage Jenkins here. You are managing, right? High availability of the Jenkins continuously, like GitHub people. So that you can say that. It's not only for applications, you can say that. There are the infra tools we are using. That's a SaaS-based model only, you can say that. I went into manage model, manage nodes. We'll add it node. So for example, yesterday I went here new node. I have added a thumb rule yesterday, as I was telling. If you want to connect from EC2 to connect thumb rule, you need IP address, you need username, you need a PEM file. These are all the credentials. There is one option you can go without PEM also. For now, I'll go with this option. We have experimented this without PEM also, adding our key into public thing and all. Same way we can do for Jenkins also. But this information I had given in this place here. I had given in this place. Let me go back to that. In Jenkins, credentials can be stored at one place. There is a section called credential store. When I say credentials, PEM, username, passwords, API keys, some kind of tokens, all those you can store in the Jenkins. There is a place called a section called the credentials, like you have items, right? Job, manage, node. There is a place called credential store. If you go here, this is the job yesterday I have added. Click on this guy. I'm sorry, this is the node. Here are the some steps. Like for example, this keyword executor, how many concurrently on that node I run. This is a very important guy, label. This name in your pipeline name, this name, pipeline name should match. This should match, very important. If you go to the YAML, right? Here we will add it. That keyword will come as a tags here. Here. Tags. Agent name will come as a tag here. This name. This name. Here in the YAML's example. Keyword called tags here. In the Jenkins pipeline, we'll call as a agent. That is very important. This should match it. The Jenkins job will go to this agent only. Now, send as many as jobs to this only. Here are we are communicating with SSH. There is an option, one more jar as well. SSH is the good way to go. Now, which user you want to connect? Internally, you remember, this is the flow I was telling. Jobs are given in the Jenkins UI. It will be run on the Jenkins. When you run a job will deliver the job. I mean, when you run this in the GUI, internally controller will take, it will deliver to agent. While giving to agent, it need to communicate. It need that information, agent information. Thumb rule, like you connecting IP username PEM.
इसको रोक रही हूँ नहीं डाल देंगे फोन
Like whatever you given in the CLI, username, IP, PEM, same thing we will be giving here. The IP, username, and then the PEM as well here. Here is the username. I have added the PEM in one section. Credentials, yeah. This is the guy credentials section. Here I have added. This is called credentials store. Here we had given it. You can see here in the GUI also. If you go back to here, in some other section as well. What and all credentials you have. So I had given this for private IP and then username, PEM file in the master. Now I told this use as a agent. Now save this one. We have saved it yesterday. If we go to the backend GUI, you will have here the latest how many agents you have. All this list you will have it here, agents list. If there is any problem with the agent, it will be marked as an offline. We had an issue. Click on this. You will get a good log message. Why this agent was offline? Is there connectivity issue or something like space issue or something because of that? So yesterday we have seen that agent was not available because it was asking a Java. Let me go inside this agent. Now you know this story. Whenever I create a EC2 mission, I should have these tools by default. Whenever EC2 comes, I need these tools by default. Java, AWS CLI, Docker, kubectl, and IAM Authenticator. What concept I can go?
You can go with image for image or user data.
So yeah, exactly, nice. So what I can do here, you know, right? We have one tool in our already, which is installed already. All those things, as you said, is correct. I need to have a one kind of image. This image can be copied to any regions. Image can be copied to any regions across the accounts. Also, you can share one account, another account. Also, you can share. Image can be shared, and you know one tool already, which is having all these tools. I can convert that as an, as you said, like this.
Docker. Docker means like
We are using one tool right now already. Oh my,
Jenkins.
oh my God. Where is that our second? Yeah, here only. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Jenkins. Let's convert this Jenkins. Inside the Jenkins, there is what software is running? Jenkins software is running. In the agents, you don't need Jenkins software. I have seen the
Right.
people who got confused majority times. I have seen like people. When I say the Jenkins agents, here no Jenkins installation. Only this guy only. Here installation required. From here, how do we are communicating with the protocol SSH? There is a one more called Jenkins jar. We are not going with this option. We are going with what option? SSH. So no need to install Jenkins on this agent. No need to install. Now I need to have these tools. What I can do? I can make this as an image. I will launch that image as EC2 agent. Inside that one software will run Jenkins automatically. You can disable that. You can disable that. Don't make that confusion. Let's go over here one now. In this mission, let's go connect. I'm connected from outside, not from AWS. Sorry, not from Jenkins. Let me connect EKSL. Which mission? How much capacity I took it? I forgot that. Oh my gosh. That's okay. I've seen in the interviews these kind of questions like where do you run the jobs? Majority people will go in the organizations, right? Majority will go with the agents concept. You should have, if you go here, it was throwing an error in the logs. Java not found. See that Java, it's not there. You know already yum install. I'll keep the scripts also here, but that's okay. You know already commands we had given. If you go with the, there are no different types of Javas. Which Java? Amazon Java only. It's going.
think install 11, na? Okay, so
Sorry.
Java 11 version.
No, this what they did like these Amazon guys, right? They took open source wala, they convert into their version. I mean,
Mm.
that should be fine, I think. As you don't have an error, right? You can go with this one. I can say, yeah. Like as you said, right? OpenJDK, Java, Oracle Java. Then we will see that specific version.
No, no. Mm. It's the Amazon Java only I'm saying. Okay, so Java 11 version.
I think no something they renamed here, no something. Oh, I think food.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So here
So
it is Java 21, right?
mm.
I was used Java 11 there.
I think you will be
Let's see.
using
Yeah.
no, you will be using OpenJDK or Oracle Java, Sun Java.
No, no. Okay, this one only I was used.
Oh, specifically you installed a specific version.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, maybe yeah. Okay. Good. So this is good. Yeah, we have now. Let's run this command Java. Check the Java F1 version. 21 OpenJDK is 21. OpenJDK, yeah. When you install it was Amazon. Now you see right the name itself OpenJDK. Okay, ignore it. Now let's go back, launch it back again. You'll get a good option to bring back the node into online. Something, oh, mark, not mark. Let's launch again back. Behind what it does, when you communicate, right, it will Jenkins, if you launch this command, Jenkins, what it does behind, it will go via this protocol. It will communicate with SSHD here. SSHD with the EC2 user. Instead of you connecting behind master will launch that. Launch agent. You should take care that port numbers also allowed from the master to Jenkins. Jenkins have 22 allowed from the master IP address. If you go with your own custom VPC setup. Very important. Another name for agents called runners. And all those tools should be available on that. Runners are agents. So it is able to connect by using that username, PEM, IP address. The PEM files we have stored in the credential store inside the Jenkins. Good. Go back to here, notes. Now let's see in the sorry, left side. You see right here. Now it is able to communicate. What was the missing tool was the Java. Now you can increase this executors also. If you remember, I was telling it, executors when increasing, you need to look into one specific resources. What was that if you remember? My Jenkins is slow.
CPU memory.
Exactly. CPU, number of jobs. As I told, you can, if it is job is running, for example, 1 hour. In my environment, there are jobs will run for 1 hour because in the Docker build, right, we have a lot of instructions. We are using Java based Docker builds and all. They'll take longer time. So we had given like, for example, one CPU equal to one job combination we went. Good. Now I wanted to dedicate my pipeline or the jobs into this specific agent only. If you go to freestyle jobs, normal jobs on the VM, normal pipelines, in the code we will give like this. In the code we will give like this. Select that agent. execute these steps. Now I want to run specific stage on this specific agent. Yes, somewhere you may need to add here inside this entry. You can do that as well. You can control. Now go back. Oh my God, why? No, oh, acha, we have not added. I thought all our jobs come. We have not added the jobs to that view. I'll show you some. We look for this keyword in the interviews. That's why. Restrict way to run the job kind of keyword. In the pipeline, you will say that agent keyword, but sometimes they'll expect you some kind of keyword. We wanted to listen. Now go for this guy. Maybe this could be the pre-sale guy. Slow down. Yeah. We look for a keyword here. Configure. This is a freestyle job. After you add a node, right? Here you will get an option. One of the famous question out of context. How many clusters are running in your environment? How do you guys answer it? Guys, anyone? How many clusters are running in your environment? Okay, just keep this. Somewhere after you add a agent, right, you will get this option. Restrict where this project can be run in the general section. We look for keyword call in the general because we will be working regularly, right? You should know familiarized keyword. Click on this guy. Here we will give that name. Something automatically you will get KTS essence. So let's remove little space as well. Apply, save. Next time onwards, if you run this, the job will go to the agent. So how to run specific job and specific normal job on the agent? In the general section, there is a section called restrict. We will check box it. We will give the label matching that. Automatically, job will go to the agent. Now, for example, let me go back to here in the UI. Let's leave this wala. So we have integrated master with the controller. I'm sorry, controller with agents. When you run a job, you can see here, the job will be running on the agent. It will show that number. Oh my God, M52X also. We have that load. I'm running one job. I have marked that job build now. You see here somewhere. Here one of the executor will pick. That failed. Could have seen that number, something status and that. Okay, let's click on this one. Why it failed? Best maybe the instructions. We had given some instructions, right? Too slow. I could have scaled for bigger one. Good to, I recommend if you get an option to recommend, go with the C series. In my environment, C series was like, because of the cost thing, I thought M5 may work, but it is also giving soup. Let me see that what instructions got failed. Now, in your thought, the job we ran in the UI, behind it went into the Jenkins. The instructions, commands, whatever given the commands, try to run here. There may be some command could have failed here, whatever the instructions we were doing it. Any thoughts you want to ask on this? Please, I would request you guys this run a job on agent. But this concept controller and agents concept. Either freestyle, it doesn't matter. Oh, it says that branch doesn't take adjustment. Oh, you see here the error. if you remember, we had given a branch, right? What was the branch previously we were using? Here, here it is showing that error called origin not found. If you remember, what was the branch we were using previously? We need that keyword. You are being now experienced guy.
In future one.
And don't say that in the end, like when you're talking to some people, right? Don't say that I'm fake experience something if you are not working. Say that I'm experienced guy. Use these keywords now. Yeah, we were using the feature branch. Now we are into level of, right? The branching strategy mode. We merged our feature branch to merged in the sense we did a squash, we did MR, we did a PR. It's been squashed and then merged to the develop to the main as well. Go back. Yeah, this is not there. But which is there, for example, develop. Apply. When you do apply, right, you will be still in this oh, I mean, this is third party guy. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go to another jobs. Some third party we were experimenting that time. Go back. I wanted to run job. We'll go to the slate. Let's push this one only. Wait. Some file I modified it. Yeah. When you use VS Code, right? If it is like this kind of icon, you have not saved some file. Your changes are somewhere terminal. Save this file. Now, when you see this symbol, you have saved your changes in the workspace, but those are not been committed. Those are not been moved to staging area. That's been. Now, go back in the CLI mode. We'll get a command habituated. ls. Git status. This is what it is showing it here in the VS Code. This is what it's showing. In the VS Code, if you want to commit everything, this way. In the VS Code, if you want to commit, click on this symbol. Here you can put this message and then commit. Single click, you can do this symbol or you will get a sync changes any one place. Git add. Some people will be doing like this also. Git commit plus both. This what it does commit plus both add as well. Adding agent label. Dot. No, syntax enter. Git add. Sorry, I forgot the command also. Commit plus add. There is one command. Git add commit. There is one syntax. You can do both at once. Git commit am. Not add. Sorry, after going to that VS Code, little got forgotten that thing. Sorry. Git commit. Remove this. Voila. Now do git status. You should show that neat. Nothing. Git commit, what it does? Git add plus A, I think. Yeah. A for add plus message. Both of them. Now we are in a feature branch. Let's do git branch. Get push origin. Why did I went with the feature branch? Why can't I make in the development branch? Guys, someone can answer it. Why I went with the feature branch? Guys, can you guys hear me?
Why?
Yes.
Why? Yeah, why we need to go with the feature branch?
In case of any issues are there, then it will go to the deployment directly, right? So we need to work on the feature and some second approval will make the test and will deploy to them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Whatever you said. That's true. Whatever you said. And another is that is the process you have to follow. Mandatory. Why? Develop, main are fully restricted to from your local to push directly. There will be protection rules will be there. You cannot push directly to develop and main branch. You cannot do. What is the process you have to follow? Anytime you have to you need to cut a feature branch from develop or main. It's up to whatever. You can cut any, it's up to you, whatever wherever the code you wanted to work on it. Then feature branch to push it, raise an MR. That is the cycle. Branching strategy cycle. Any changes in, you will have some, like in this feature, I'll make some many changes and all. It's up to you. Whatever the ticket you got it for, in that you can have many commits also. But at the end, if you remember, from feature branch, if you have 10 commits, what is the process you have to follow while merging to develop? In feature, what is that?
Squash and come.
Yeah,
Squash and method.
squash or one more concept is called
Rebase.
rebase. Yeah. You can do in your local, or when you raise an MR, you have an option. If someone approves, squash. Done. So my changes went. This is the process.
But rebase cannot delete the old commits, right?
No, when you do rebase, right? Rebase into, no, you can squash. You can do squash. You can
No.
do.
Now Squash will do 10 merges to, so 10 commits to one commit.
Yeah.
Okay, but rebase cannot do the 10 commits to one commit, right?
No, you can do. In the rebase itself, you can, when you do rebase interactively, there is one option. Git rebase. You can do that, can be done. Rebase whatever we did in the G, right? In the command, you can do like this. Interactive -i. You can do like this. Interactive rebase. Git rebase -i some number, yeah, like this. You do git rebase. How many commits you want to make? Single commit. You run this and you will get an option like this. Pick, right? I'll make all this into yes. Remove pick, put yes status. You see right here, it does squash. It does. Behind it does.
Okay.
Yeah. This is in your local. Git rebase -i interactive. How many commits? Like if you want to 10 commits, do this and you will get like all your commit messages. Remove pick keyboard, put into yes here, right? Like this. Pick replace with yes. You can send. Rebase also can do squash. No. So I have sent my changes to remote. We are in the feature branch. Let's go to here. We were going with the ATS model, right? Here. This is called view, separate view. You are seeing like live system. So you remember we were using one, right? End-to-end guy, the pipeline keyword. Yeah, this is the guy, yesterday, one day. Yeah. Let's go here. What purpose I can use Jenkins? Anyone? What and all purposes? You tell me some use cases. Yes, I'll put it. Let that come up. Please add your thoughts.
To run the jobs.
That is a very good keyword, but we expect you what you did. Yeah, that is correct, to run the jobs.
The
But
pipeline process.
like what that pipeline is doing it. That is true. Whatever is said is answer. No, not this guy. I'm sorry. Not this guy. Guys, can you guys answer me? What and all you can do? What are the purposes we can use Jenkins?
Reduce the manual effort and make it fast.
Again, you are going back to the process. What you did. Okay, I'll give one sample. Okay, I'll
To
give
build and deploy that applications
Yeah.
using Jenkins.
Yeah, very good, very good. I'll give one example, okay? If I get something. Like I got a requirement from the QA team, like they wanted to see how many pods are running in the specific namespace. Every time, like we were giving, they used to come to me, puff team, blah blah. They don't have access to the Kubernetes cluster. Why they don't have? That's how the strict process will be there. For example, okay, I'm giving one scenario. You need to tell that with that context, another answers also. QA team is coming every time to me to check the pods. What I'll say that I made one kind of job for them, and then in the job I had given some instructions. Kubectl get POF and specific namespace. In the I made a job to select the parameters also. They can select which parameter, which namespace. My job will run. That way I made it an automation. Next time onwards, let's say for example, previously they were coming to me every time, maybe like couple of times. What wrong with the pod, blah blah. Maybe I may be spending every day 1 hour for that troubleshooting. Now, after making the job, it's completely managing by them. Like, don't say every day 1 hour. Like monthly 30 hours been reduced completely. It is 0 hours now. They are managing it. Now you reduce the right manual efforts, for example. That is the theory. Now you tell me with that context. Some other examples.
We have used Jenkins for CI/CD.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever my CI/CD, I have used
Very good.
Jenkins.
Okay. Next, what purposes? Another. I told not specific use case. What
Okay.
why I'm telling this, when you follow, when you listen the keyword, when you know little technology, when you follow YouTube channels, some outside, majority people they'll concentrate on the this guy only. What is that guy? CICD only. But
Right.
we do lot. I told one example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Status something. One more. Have a thought with the infra creation. Have a thought with infra creation.
So we can create. So we can give this all commands in Jenkins.
You will have SCM
Yeah.
code, infra code here.
Yeah.
This infra code URL, you can give it to this guy, right? Now here also.
Yes.
Then infra creation also you will be doing from whom now?
Jenkins.
You write the code, push it to. That is pure
SCM.
GitHub's approach, right? Pure GitHub's approach.
Right.
That's what here. That's what here. Good. Please like add. So what I was, even I felt when I was learning, right? When I say Jenkins, they say CI/CD, but if you come to we use for a lot other behind purpose. QA team will be using, Buff team will be using. Your job is to bring those commands, put it here, give it to them. Like that's what your job, one of them. Which we did right now is CI/CD, the deployment, listing pods. I can start everything from here itself. All the servers I can control. Infra creation I can do. Majority purpose. Whatever you the running the command manually, give it to Jenkins. Make little behind the process that can be done. Please keep this thought. Go back. Oh my God, what is the guy? Yeah. Here, configure. Now you tell me. Yesterday I was telling it. Whenever I create a branch, I need my pipeline to run. In this pipeline, right? I did hard coded my branch name, but I don't want to hard code this. Whenever I run a, whenever I run a, whenever I push a branch, my pipeline has to run. There is a specific item called multi branch pipeline. The name itself says multi branch pipeline. Here, let's go here. Bring the branch. Right. Save. So in this code, we have extra thing added is that in this session, we did a setup from master to the Jenkins and in the sorry, master to the agent. And we had given a label, agent label. If I run this pipeline, it will scan the code, it will find a agent, there it will run the commands. You should have all these tools on that agent. Build now. Immediately it failed. What time zone it is taking? US UTC 340. 313. Oh, immediately it failed, man. So fast. What went wrong? Go back. Yeah, sometimes they may ask you this kind of question also, whether you worked or not to know. Play the safe game. You are following the UTC time zone. UTC time zone for India is 5:30 something. We are ahead of them. Agent. Syntax is wrong, it says. That keyword is correct. The syntax even I forget, man. The agent is none. Agent is none. Scripted. Oh my gosh. This is correct. We did correct only, no? The single quote, double quote. Check. Yes. I think we had given this. Yeah. Now same life cycle process. Some guys, this is important. Some companies have seen it. They'll follow multi commits. Like they wanted to tell you like what you did very well. What you can do, multi-line commit. Put a single quote here. Enter your messages. I have added agent. Next line. Fixing agent label issue like this. And at the end, close the quote. They'll be very strict. You need to follow multi-line commits. Start a quote, add it here, all the messages. So that git log, when you do, it will have a very good messages like this. Previously single line, but you can go with a multi-line commits also. That is what they call. Q Control L. Push. This pipeline also you can make like previously you made a pipelines to webhook condition, right? Automatically in the pipeline, you don't have an option here somewhere you need to put that kind of code here, some kind of code, scan something code. It will continuously will be scanning the SCM, and that's where this job will get triggered. One kind of syntax you have to add. For now, let's get this build now. Oh my gosh, immediately. This is good. Yeah, I think it is able to fetch the code. Let's see the some errors. Let's collect that I need this. All should be available. The tools, agent tools, very important. I need this because when you agent or let me bring the keyword itself. Another name for agent. You remember what was that I was telling?
Runner.
Exactly. Runner tags are label. Okay, let's remove this.
Maybe temporarily you can stop Docker process, na? Okay, so to gain some CPU or memory.
Docker process on top of a.
Uh,
That's a bit tough. You mean the UI is slow? That's
yeah.
that is true. But Docker, we already made a claim already. Change. Yeah. Let's see. That's good. That. No, I don't know. Like the resources wise, it looks good only. I don't see that intensive. The CPU was within the control only. Somewhere it is getting blocked. The number of files behind open files and all will be the right. Something now go back to that mission. Now the job went into here. You can see right. The job went into this agent, and that agent is struggling with this, cloning this repo, cloning this repo. Now who is cloning your repo? You know already the story. Previously, this guy was working. He was bringing the code. Now we had given the job. Who is cloning our code now?
Agent.
Agent. Now you have this error. What it is telling? Could not init. Git tool is none. No credentials specified. Cloning the repository. Remote call agent. Git command. IO exception. It is saying that Git, it is telling that I was not able to create something. No such file or folder. No such file. Let's see. Do we have Git? Let me close the other way. Exit. Exit. Go back. Git is not there. Let's install install Git. I need these tools, please. Is that Git? Now, with what protocol we are communicating from agent to Git?
SSH.
Yeah. You should know, right? One thing, if you remember.
Public key, we need to generate SSH. I can teach it.
Yeah. So what we do, the practice is like the one way with the token, the other way is the key. The good practice, what we do, right? We use same keys across all the environment. The keys will be generated from us only. That's what we do. Now, build now. One more. Oh my gosh. Let me install in between. You need some kind of tools as well here. Install Docker. Docker version 25, like good version. And the agent, I'm installing on the agents. You need all those, obviously. Could have cloned also. Let it go. Docker is there. Restart systemctl start Docker. Docker PS. If this command is good, you are good. Oh, with what user I am right now? I'm with the root user. Okay, let's see. Exit now once. LSFNLTR. You got some folders here. This has been created from the Jenkins. This folders, right? You have not created it. You have given a path there. /home visit user something. Now go back. You got an error. Yeah. You see, right? Please, this you will get many times if you are not familiarized with the Git related. It is saying that you are communicating from agent. In the agent, if you remember, when I'm communicating with Jenkins to agent, I had given some user here. You remember, EC2 user, and then the PEM. Now Jenkins given these instructions behind to this user only. Here Jenkins user, but when I come to when I came to agent, right, I am using EC2 user. That can be done. Vice versa, that can be done. Now from this mission, you are trying to clone from ACM. Here, right, in the Jenkins, I'll say easy way. Keyboard. Controller, you had a Jenkins user. This Jenkins user was able to communicate with SCM. Now, agent is in between these two. We have configured with EC2 user in the console. In the Jenkins console, we had given somewhere. I'll show you that place. IP address, PEM, username I had given EC2 user. Now, this agent is trying to clone from SCM with this user. Now you tell me some steps need to be done. Guys, you need to tell me. Let me go back. I'll do manually for now. We'll see that error, what error you will get it. Somewhere. Protocol. Git clone. This is the famous error you will get many times. Try this. You got on this error. What do you do?
We need a public key. So we need to
Okay. From where? That is true. Whatever you said is true. We need a public key.
normally we will generate to SSH hyphen keygen. So if we want to use the existing, I think maybe we need to get it from the Jenkins and then we need to copy here. I don't know, just
Okay. Now who is cloning the repo? Controller or agent?
agent here in this case.
Now who is communicating with SCM?
Agent.
So now in the this thing from this agent, now controller is communicating with agent which user? EC2 user. Now SSH key gen. If you do this, you will get a two files, right? With what user you are doing now? EC2 user. So what happens here? Already we have our private key with our EC2 user. If you generate this, you will get a loss access to this agent also. This key again you need to map somewhere, blah blah blah. Easy way for now. Switch to cancel this. Don't generate from EC2 user. Switch to root. Generate from here. SSH keygen. Save site. Go to .ssh folder. Add this. In the environment, what we used to do, same when you create a EC2 mission, right? We will generate these keys in our local somewhere. These keys will be copied to somewhere sensitive folder. From there, we will map it. Same keys will be across all the environment. We used to go with that model. Copy this guy. I'm adding to my personal user, but in the environment, you will be having a bot user to the bot user. If you go with the password, you don't need this kind of setup. But good to go with the keys concept. Password will be someone will be asking to rotate every time. And in the agent, I'm using root user because if I generate for EC2 user, there will be conflict will come PEM files. I'm avoiding that. Then now go back to here mission. So we have two keys here. One is public key, another is private. I'll give this private key to now controller. Connect from Jenkins to agent with root user with this PEM file. I'll give this configuration. Manage Jenkins. We had earlier credentials thing here. Let's change the UI. Yeah. I'll add new user, new PEM file. I'll say to the controller, connect to the agent with root user, not with the EC2 user. Now that root user keys, we have already copied to SCM. Somewhere credentials, yeah, credentials provider. From controller to agent, earlier we tried to connect with EC2 user because of that PEM related thing. Or what you can do, you can create a separate Jenkins user. You can make like everywhere you want to go with the same user. You can create a Jenkins user in the agent. Make that user as a sudo. Then you can do that. The key generation steps under here. What was that, man? Go back. Did I give to the wrong page? Just a minute. We'll get the other place also. Go to the manage Jenkins. My objective was change agent controller to agent communication with the root user. Root PEM file I want to give there. Notes. Go to the agent.
So is that repo is the private repo, okay, that we are trying now?
No public repo, but the protocol had given SSH protocol.
Acha.
In the environment, we don't like if we don't go with HTTPS majorly. If you go with HTTPS, right, you need to give everywhere PAT token and all. The password. What this man configure. Just one place I need to change EC2 user to root. Add the root PEM file.
So if this is the Docker case, okay, what will happen?
Sorry, what was that in the
No,
Docker case?
if this is the label is, if it is automatic DIND, okay, in Docker case.
1 second. 1 second. Yeah. So let's.
Instead of running a so agent as a EC2 mission.
I'll go with this. Okay, GitLab approach. Okay, I'll go with the
Yeah.
GitLab. Okay,
Yeah.
you have a runner, right? You mean?
Yeah.
You have a runner, no? This runner, no? When you add this runner, right? You no need the runner will automatically will clone whether whatever the irrespective of the protocols I have seen it. The runner will have these privileges to clone that repo that I have seen it. We'll replicate it. We'll come to it.
Okay.
I'll replicate it. Yeah, you can see that. So you say that we need to add the key in the runner, you mean that's what, right? No, I think what I have seen it automatically it will clone. But if you want to clone, I mean to say in this repo, whatever the code was there, it will clone automatically in this runner. But if you want to, in this runner, when you are executing some commands, in that command, if there is any git clone something, there you may need to add, I think, the key. I think that I can see. But we'll see this. I can replicate this. Yeah.
Okay.
Go back here, somewhere. Yeah. Here we will add the other user. Not the key. root. Give this username also root. Root. Enter directly. So we have added the two keys previously EC2 user. Now I'm saying to the controller, connect from controller to this EC2 with this user. With this user, in the sense we have given the PEM file inside this. Save. Now whatever the folder structure was there, right, in the EC2 user, you will get here folder structure. The root. I'm sorry. This man. Let's open LTR CD. Here you will. No. Just a minute. One more change was there. There is a folder called workspace. Just I'll put here something. Scan for Jenkins keyword. Scan for Jenkins keyword is just to scan for 2 minutes these keywords in this interview questions. Please. Why? I wanted to share one link with you guys. Why cannot message? Okay. Yeah, guys, just open this link in between. Just scan for the keyword. These are the frequent interview questions we have collected. Like maybe when this has been updated, but repetitive questions I have seen majorly. Just scan for a few minutes, like just the keywords in between. I'll change the one path. Yeah, let's use as a slash root. Yeah, we are good now. We are able to configure between controller to agent with root user instead of EC2 user, because EC2 user, if you generate, again you need to change the PEM file here local, the kind of mapping to be done. Instead of that, I went with other user, root user. Go back to pipelines. I'll pick to bigger capacity machine. Oh my gosh, this is too slow. Simple pipeline. Let me try with once, git clone. If it works there also. Obviously, it will work here. We need to make it work here. That is build now. Check out phase itself it is failing. What is running man behind this much slow? Yeah, it is being started, went into here. I think this was the previous job or what? I'll change. Just wait with me a few minutes. So I want to experiment with other plugin as well. There is a plugin called. Can you guys like tell me what are the new keywords you have seen in that interview questions? Anyone, please? In the Jenkins section, what have you seen the new keywords? Anyone? Please, I have given you the link. Please scan through those links once. Scan through the Jenkins. Please. Let me build now. Yeah, something is moving. Failed. Go back. Jenkins went into the agent. Origin. Passed by 120 could not read repository. What is telling you don't have what folder is assigned to origin. Let me go back. Yeah, repo is the in feature too. Please make sure that it exists. Let's try clone with ones. Status 128. Still it says permission issue. Git clone. Manual I'm trying. First time manual I'm trying. Git clone. It's able to clone permanently this key to get admins. Yes, so let me remove once. I think it will pull automatically. So, guys, anyone can say any new keywords? Don't tell me that all the new keywords. Anyone? Guys, can you guys say some any new keywords did you seen in the interview questions? Yeah, go very good. Plugins used, nice. These two, yeah. You remember I have used one plugin. Here is the interview question. When I do restart up the Jenkins, I don't want to lose the jobs, whatever running. They have to process. What was the plugin if you remember? When I'm running a Jenkins, if I do hard restart, going back to system EC2 restart or something, it will affect, right? All the jobs will get terminated. I want to go my jobs continuously. Guys, can you guys hear me? Okay. Yes.
I think safe restart something.
Yeah, exactly. Was that there available or did we install anything plugin?
We installed.
That's what one something exactly that I have seen it. The plugins used. This is the one. We used little curious on it. Plugins, safe restart plugin, and I was trying to experiment dynamic agent EC2. One time we did that, not dedicatedly for project. This is the one. And whatever you see right in the console, the Git related pipeline plugin, the UI you are seeing, right? The all these pipeline plugin, multi-stage, all these are all plugins only. Git plugin. Since we are using the commands, we are not using the plugins functionality well. But you can say, like, for example, Docker kind of plugins, all these you can say. Docker. You say that what are the tools you used? The plugins are internally nothing but tools only. You can say that. I can say tools only. This is the AWS CLI, and then the kubectl. All those you can say as the tools. Plugins only equal to. Backup of the Jenkins. Good question. That's why it is failing here. Let me try once. We have tried. 1 second. This is a bit slow. Oh, it identified here also. Red cars. Just I'll change the family type. Let's do it. Where to stop instance state. Stop. I'm changing the family type one to another type, but you cannot get in the while running the EC2. The only the option is to stop, change the instance type, and then the stop. The other option was take an AMI, launch new AMI with a new family, bring up that. Delete the previous one. That's a one other option without downtime. This is the downtime. Obviously, we'll have a maintenance window for this. Yep. Guys, can you guys tell me how to take backup of Jenkins? To take the backup of the Jenkins. What you know, where Jenkins is running? SaaS or your own environment? Yes, guys. Can you guys help me here? Where the Jenkins is running? An EC2 or some SaaS? Few minutes only. We'll leave it. Maximum, I can say, like, we will be having 10 sessions. I can say the number, but not continuously. Next week I'll take few. Then remaining I'll go for weekends once you habituated the keywords and all. Whatever we have something called end-to-end setup. Whatever you see on the screen, right? We did Geo Eclipse. Everything we will do from the Terraform. We will use Jenkins tool. We will use GitLab. Those two we will use. I'll create a code readily available. I'll share you guys for your review what I'm doing it. So I may take maximum 10 sessions. Not continuously, I can say. Next week I'll take continuously 5. The rest I'll take in the weekend second plan. 10 sessions. If you have any thoughts to experiment, I can take that as a use case. I can say. Can you guys help me here now? I mean, that was an objective. We'll take that. Where we were running the Jenkins.
On SaaS.
SaaS.
On EC2, we have installed Jenkins.
EC2, right? How to take the backup of EC2? Okay. How to take?
Create volume or something.
No, I am not telling the how to add extra volume. How to take the backup of the EC2?
Snapshots.
Very good. Nice. Very good. One more. Very good keyword. Snapshot is the good keyword. Snapshot for volume. Will take. That is the good. One more. EC2 backup. How do you take? You already know that. Somewhere you need to connect the dots. Image, right? If you take an image, it will take the backup of the total. There is a one plugin called backup plugin. You remember, right? If you take image, what AWS will do behind, snapshot also behind, they will store in S3. What AWS will say. Images are snapshot behind, we store on top of S3, they say the theoretical keyword. There is a plugin called backup plugin. Plugin also. This folder where sorry, where lib Jenkins. This total folder, it will make it automatically. You can put this plugin schedule wise. Schedule wise. At what interval you want to take the backup. It will take this total file as a GZ something. It will upload into S3 day wise. It's up to you what you configure the schedule. There is a plugin called backup plugin. You can take the backup with that. Okay. So I'll pass it here. No session with the weekend. If I get someone for a talk with the CI/CD mindset, I'll bring one person. I'll inform in the group. Otherwise, no session for this weekend, I can say. As I said, we'll have max 10 sessions. I got a requirement, like I got to ask saying that in one session or something, discuss only on the services interview related thought. I'll take that specific one. The remaining, if you want to discuss anything, please post in that channel, like in our group that I can take.
Yeah, sure. Gangi, okay, in meanwhile, just I asked, right? There is a sorry, okay, authorization key for the to download the files.
In the, you mean GitLab runner? You mean GitLab?
No, sorry, okay, in AWS account, okay, the
Acha,
one
acha,
which
acha, acha. Oh, access
okay,
key secret key.
the
you mean?
access key is not there. Okay, so
Okay.
permission is not there for the existing user.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Just a second. Oh, acha, here. Okay, I'll update it. I don't want to give this root user credentials. I'll update that.
Yeah, there is a one policy was there. If you add it, okay, it will be coming.
1 second, 1 second. Just a second.
You just need to search that, you know.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let's go to the root, not the users.
I think that is a custom policy. Okay, we need to create that.
Okay.
Okay, so I tried that.
1 second.
Okay.
1 second. I'll generate now here.
This is for same user.
Yeah. SSH. This you have right here users. What for this user?
Okay, I think this is the one, or you shared the recent one. It's the same user, na?
Yeah. This why we.
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah, it is okay.
1 second. Okay. This is the access key. This is the secret key.
Yeah.
And as I said, now where I can check that. Yeah, B5. Yeah, this is the same amount.
Okay.
Guys, I'll pass it for today. Thank you. If someone comes,
And then okay, so just need to, you know, in maybe future session, okay, if you can help us, you know, so with the service account, okay, how do we deploy the YAMLs?
Yeah. That I'll go to those interview questions. So see, like as we know, there practically I'll bring up the setup. As you said, right? You mean to service account with the deployment. Acha. I got you. What you mean the user? User should be added to the AWS auth. Yeah, that can be done. Yes.
So by any chance, okay, so instead of the users, okay, so real users, okay, can we use the service accounts to deploy?
Yeah, service account in the sense, see, so Kubernetes, you mean to say kubectl, the kube config with that context you are asking, Umse?
Correct.
Yeah, that can be done. In AWS, right, if you have two things here, one is on-premises, second is AWS, right? So in AWS, right, the service account, when you say that user should be there in IAM.
Okay.
Because the authentication plugin right inside AWS, you can generate static user also. For that static user, you need to generate your kube config, everything. That is in on-prem setup, for example. Equal to that, you have to replicate in the AKS also. The second one, what we follow, you can have your own user, service account user. That user should be present in IAM. Because EKS is internally checking that user is there in the EKS will authenticate internally with IAM also. That
Okay,
that-
without IAM user, okay, so let's say, okay, so I have created a small, okay, so test service account in the Kubernetes level. With that service account, cannot deploy the YAML files.
what I know, first thing, let me tell you, like what I have experimented, I mean tested also, we are using it. One IAM user, because in EKS, right, there is a internally IAM user, IAM authenticator service.
Authentication, yeah.
One service will be running behind. Second one, with your use case can be tested. We can generate a SA separate user. For
Yeah.
that user, we can generate CA certificate and all with that combination. But on EKS, we have not tried this. But on the on-prem kind of outside, we tried it. But we can test this. That can be done. Yeah.
Okay.
When we go through the interview questions, right, you can put this question back to us. By the
Sure.
time we will have experiment environment, right? There we can test it.
Yeah. No, okay.
Thank you, guys.